Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology once again. I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about Venus retrogression. This is a very important transit, so pay attention to the tutorial that I'm sharing with you to start with. And I will be moving on to the predictive for the 12 ascendants or the moon signs in the later segment. So if you don't want to hear the first segment, the first part, you can straight away jump and skip to the timestamp, the chapter as per your ascendant or the moon sign, whichever resonates more with you. And to start with, I would like to tell you this Venus retrograde, what exactly it means. It's going to go retrograde in Capricorn, and then we'll be going back to Sagittarius, where it was already, and the past retrograde phases of Venus, and how is it going to be impacting us because of that. So relationship, of course, are going to get little problematic because this is not a very positive transit, because it's going to retrograde away from Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, and it's going to get demoted. Venus was in Sagittarius sign on October 30th and till December 8th remained there in Sagittarius sign. And in Capricorn, from December 8th to December 30th, it's going to be, and it's going to go retrograde on the 19th, that is today when I'm making this video, retrograde, and is going to go retrograde till the 29th January. It's going to go retrograde till that time. And it is going to be in Sagittarius till the February 27th. So all the way from December 30th till the February 27th, it's going to be in Sagittarius again, where it was already in October to December. So it's a demoted position. And finally, we'll be entering Capricorn on the 27th February again, will be there till the 31st of March next year. So it's a back and forth of Venus, and I would just like you to see this presentation that I have made regarding your Venus retrograde in the past. See, Venus has been in retrogression in Capricorn and Sagittarius sign earlier also. Whatever I have studied in the past, Venus is gets retrograde every 18 months approximately. So December 1997, it went retrograde in Capricorn and demoted in Sagittarius again. And one more very important thing that I want to share with you is that Venus has been getting retrograde in Leo, Pisces, Libra, and Taurus from past so many years. In August 99 in Leo, March 2001 in Pisces, then Libra in 2002 October, then May 2004 Taurus. Again, in 2005, 2006 in Capricorn, Sagittarius. Then in Leo again, Pisces, Libra, Taurus. You can just see the pattern. In 2013, 8 years ago, it was in Capricorn and was demoted in Sagittarius again. And Leo, Pisces, Libra, Taurus, as you can see. So just 18 to 19 months back, it was in Taurus when it last went retrograde. Again, it was Earth Trikona, that is the Earth sign, it was in the earthy sign when it went retrograde. Earthy signs are actually, very important when it is related to financials, economic changes happen, major economic setbacks happen when Venus goes retrograde. So on the 19th of December, it retrogrades in Capricorn. 30th of December gets demoted to Sagittarius up to 29th of January 2022, and then gets direct in Sagittarius and enters Capricorn again on the 27th of February 2022. Now, I would like to share with you something really very important again, which is also going to help you understand the chart of the retrogression, because it is again a very crucial time with this Venus getting retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, conjunct the ruler of Capricorn sign, that is Saturn. See, I hope the screen is sharing. Let me see once again. Let me share the screen again. Yeah, now it is sharing. So these are live sessions, so please bear with me. And here I want to highlight the retrograde phases. What are retrograde phases? Retrograde is to look back and reevaluate. The planets come very close to the earth whenever there are retrograde phases. That is why they have the potential to give the maximum results. And Venus wants us to reevaluate what? They want to reevaluate, Venus wants us to reevaluate our financials, our love life, how we are with our relationships, how we value our life. Because, Venus is the planet of love, luxury, romance. And in the past, just go back and check what all happened 8 years back, because Venus last went retrograde in the year 2013 in the same sign of Capricorn, and went demoted in Sagittarius in January 2014. So you can relate to the events. Something which you started at that time has to be quit now. And when in future, when Saturn and when Venus goes retrograde in Saturn sign again, so that will also be bringing about some major drastic changes related to your financials and your comforts, pleasures, and artistic expressions, of course, because Venus is the planet of which denotes all this. Now, here in the sign of Capricorn, I would like to highlight one more thing. Let me note just a moment. This is a very important one. Please bear with me if I'm delayed, because this is a tutorial, so you please pay attention. Now here, when Venus turned retrograde, this is the chart of the time of Venus retrogression. That is at 4:06 in the evening, India, New Delhi time, Venus went retrograde, and this is the chart of Venus retrograde. Now here, I would like to show you something. Just a moment. Yeah. Okay. So here, if you can see, Venus is going to go, is retrograde, and okay, Venus is retrograde, and here its aspect, it's conjunct this planet of contraction, that is Saturn. Now, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Now, Saturn is influencing Pisces sign by its third aspect, where Venus exalts. Saturn is in trine to the sign ruled by Venus, again influencing the earthy sign, and Rahu is seated there, not to forget that. Saturn is also looking at Libra sign. Can you see? Two signs owned by Venus, conjunct Venus, and influencing the sign ruled by Jupiter, but it is also where Venus exalts. So what does this all mean? It means that there will be a lot of energy which is projected by the Saturn. It is Capricorn sign, which is ruled by Saturn, a planet of structure, discipline, organization. And when Venus and Saturn are together in this sign, you may abstain from personal gratification for a while. You're more serious when it comes to relationships, and you are not prone to light-hearted conversations. Your relationship, practical issues, social duties, all these, become very important in your life, and your expression becomes very reserved, because this is the planet of loneliness, isolation, breakups. So you have to be careful in your relationship. You have to take the responsibility in the relationship, because, it is not that it's because of you that relationship is coming to an end or something, but you have to be having that demarcation, that discipline, which is required in a relationship. Your opportunity to reflect on your financial assets and self-worth is very important during this time of retrograde phase. It is like also, denoted by your relationship from the past. So maybe, your old lovers, your ex-lovers, they come back to you because Venus is retrograde now. At 2 degrees, 18 minutes, can you see it is in retrogression? It is stationary when I've put up this chart. Now, this is a time when you can easily fall in this trap of being in, relationship with your ex. So you have to be really careful. You have to give yourself some time and look into yourself whether you really need this relationship or not. Okay. Also, the current relationships can be challenged because of this retrograde phase, because communication is the key, which is missing here. You are not able to, when Saturn is there, Saturn is not a planet who's open. It's very restrictive. It's very to yourself. And Venus, the planet of love, beauty, comfort, relationships. This feels quite, upside down. Feels that, the commitment is missing, that romance is missing. The need for the people around you is missing. You don't need it, or maybe that is missing. It could be anything. So to assess your own, personal way, how you can assess this is see where your Taurus, Libra, Pisces, not just Capricorn, see all these signs, because Libra is the main focus where Venus is related to relationships. When you're talking about financials, look at your sign, Taurus, where your Taurus sign is. Is it under the influence of any negative planet? Now here, Rahu is, as it is transiting your Taurus sign. So we are having all these problems in the economic growth. Financials are contracting because Saturn isn't trying to it. And Rahu is looking at the zone also of Capricorn, right? Now, Pisces is the sign of spirituality. It's isolation. It's abundance towards your own self. You want to look at yourself, introspect. So this is a different spectrum altogether. So you will be more concerned in these areas, and you will not be able to look beyond it with this. So you have to see all these zones. If you want spiritual growth, you're not getting it because Saturn is looking there. Saturn doesn't want you to, or it takes you totally into that realm where you're isolated. So there is a lot of expectations you are having with your relationship, with your partner, in your current, related to your soul search, financials. So the financials are also challenged, with this kind of a transit. And Venus is going to be coming back to the sign of, let me put it up. Venus will be coming back to the sign of Sagittarius, and that too on the 30th of December. So here you will be more focused on the bigger picture because it is getting demoted. You want to just be more optimistic, but here it is demoted, not to forget. So there will be some complications in your relationship. Again, Sagittarius sign is also hemmed between two malefics, Saturn and Ketu, and Mars is also here. So 3 malefic influences on Sagittarius sign also. So again, this is going to cause a lot of troubles in your relationships, financials, travels. That is the reason travels are restrictive, because Ketu, not to forget, is also aspecting Pisces sign. So Sagittarius, Pisces, both are Sagittarius also and Pisces also. Both are being under the influence of Saturn and Ketu. That's why the travels are restricting. Again and again, there are problems in complications in the travels. Okay, so you have to make a note of all this. And now I will be doing the predictive. So to check the transit yourself, you have to see the condition of Capricorn sign, you have to see the condition of Taurus sign, and you have to see the condition of Libra sign along with this Pisces and Sagittarius. Okay, so who can you see Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn? They all are forming a strong connectivity here, and Rahu Ketu axis is also predominant, the Kalsarpa, because all the planets are in Rahu Ketu axis. Can you see? All the planets are in Rahu Ketu axis, and Rahu is approaching all the planets. It's the mouth of the planet which is approaching all the, grasping all the energies of the planets, which is not considered to be good. So I hope you understood what I mean to say, what I'm trying to say, because this is not considered to be a very positive transit. So be careful about your expenditures. Don't go in for cosmetic surgeries or drastic change in your appearance. Connecting with your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend from the past. Do not get carried away. Whatever, you have to plan very well, think, and don't go in for a shopping spree, recklessly shopping, spending money, and, just not bothered about your own self. Look for a better, don't sell yourself short. That's what, what is your self-worth. So don't sell yourself for short, because you know what, if you will sell yourself short, people will start taking you for a ride. People will start taking you for granted. So I don't think so. That's a good idea. That's not what you want, right? So this is something which I wanted to share with you. Very important and crucial transit, because the houses which are getting impacted are many here. Okay, so let's start with the Aries sign first. I will just write it so that you people don't get confused. Aries. Okay, so that the ones who are watching, they will know. Okay, so for Aries natives, this transit of Venus is happening over your 10th house, and is going to go retrograde and is coming back to the sign of Sagittarius also. So when Venus is in the 10th house, you are looking for your reputation. You want reputation, you want success, you go crazy for your people around you, attention. You want the real success, and you want, your expectation is too much towards attaining the wealth. And as I have explained initially, that there will be a lot of inclination towards the ex-partner of yours attaining more success. All those energies will be pretty predominant here when Venus is in the 10th house, and then we'll be moving back to Sagittarius. So you seek out for interesting philosophical pursuits. You want to be more on the educational bent of mind, but it is hemmed between two malefics. As I said, 3 malefics. So you will feel quite suffocated here. The energy will be blocked. Travels will be blocked. So whatever you will plan will not materialize, especially because from your 10th house, this is the 6th house rulership and 10th house rulership from there. And from the 9th house, this is your 6th house and your 11th house rulership. So when in Sagittarius, it's like, there is a lot of within your friend circle, you can have complications. So you have to be extra careful about those energies. You have to be careful about your investments. You have to be taking care of your economical situation, how you can just make yourself more strong, with your financial background, family values. You're missing out on the family values, that is the value system that you are born with. You're not getting it. So that is going to give you a lot of complications, a lot of troubles here and there. So be careful about all those energies, and definitely it will give you some success and some positive energy also. Don't fall prey to the people who are just maneuvering you or manipulating you. You're very receptive to all those energies also. Your partner who has who has been by your side might just change. So you have to be really careful in this whole phase of Venus retrogression. So do not fall prey to those people, those energies where you miss out on the best things of life. So take care of yourself. Okay, so coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. Let me change it. Okay, for Taurus natives, this transit is happening over your see, the Venus, your Lagnesh is getting retrograde in your 9th house. 9th house is the luck house. So this will give you a lot of issues with your people around you. It will give you some complications in your relationships also, because Venus retrograde is not that great, that great a phenomena. This is the time period when you will be actually, trimming those relationships. You will be actually sorting out, segregating, these people are supposed to be here or not, all those things you're actually paying attention to. You will be having a lot of enthusiasm, you will be having a lot of zeal to, you will start everything with the zeal, but it will fizzle out because Venus is going to backwards, and it's going to go in your 8th house zone also. So that will give you a feeling of, that you want resolutions, you want to have bigger picture, you want to broaden your horizons, but it's not happening. Your Lagnesh is going retrograde. So it is like, the planet is forgetting its own significations. The love, luxury, romance is missing from your life. So you you feel very cold and detached, and your luck is not by your side. You feel that everything that you're doing is not materializing the way you wish to. So you feel quite frustrated and bogged down also. So the best thing that you can do is that do not fall prey to the circumstances around you. They are just, it's the tide, which is just not in your favor. You're just moving away from that. But at the same time, it will give you some, some energy where you can, intensify your relationship. Maybe your relationships might come in, your relationship as in like with your relatives and with your friends, they might just come and help you. So take the help of the people, immediate circle you move around in. And as far as Vedic astrology is concerned, so you can do the chants related to Durga, you can do Saraswati chants, it will really help you. And of course, financials, I would say just be more restrictive about your financials also. It is going to be a little difficult for you, if you don't, if you don't follow the actual strict regime and the norms that you have to, okay? Be in that zone where you are not making false decisions, okay? Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. Okay, this is better, right? So you can see it also. So for Gemini natives, this transit is happening in your 8th house. So it is like, your relationship will be very sort of eye-opening ones. You will be evaluating what you need, what you want, what are your individual pursuits, what is it that is going to give you some happiness. There is some boundary that is around you. So how you can break it, what you can do to improvise on your relationship. Maybe some foreign delegates come in and, they are just helping you out. Some foreign or overseas connection comes into your life, and that's very moving and very important in your life. It gives you that kind of, need that you have right now, need of the hour, and that is sufficed. Also, being the ruler of your 12th and your 5th. So this is not good time because Venus is retrograde. It is not a good time for speculative income in case you're thinking of investments. But yes, when in the 8th house Venus is going retrograde, it's coming backwards. So this will give you some, relief from your health issues that you're having. Though it is hemmed between 2 malefics, 3 malefics, in fact. So you feel quite suffocated in relationships. Maybe you will come across your ex-partner, and that is giving you a lot of troubles. It is not giving you that optimistic approach towards life. You feel that why this is happening, you want to get rid of it. So all that is part and parcel of it. So all that you have to just take care of when you are thinking of growth prospects. So you have to not give in to your relationships from the past. There can be somebody from your place of work who will be coming into your life. So you have to be more careful or receptive, or if at all you're looking for an alliance. Retrograde phase is not considered to be good. This is not a good phase for relationship for sure. Financial still one can manage, but relationship, wise, a relationship with not just your spouse, your partner, it can be with anyone apart from you. So there can be some problems that you can face in relationships. Okay, so this is considered to be little problematic phase, of course. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this transit is happening in your seventh house zone. So seventh house is the house of relationship as it is, and this is going to be giving you some connectivity with people. You're going to feel quite motivated and charged up to start with. You have that, you want to enhance your productivity, and in your relationship, you want to put a lot of effort also. But at the same time, this is not giving you that satisfaction in relationship, because you are lacking that kind of rapport and that, attachment. You feel that the partner is not reciprocating the way you wish to. So it is leading to a lot of chaos and problems in your relationships also. But at the same time, this is going to give you some happiness question at the place of a board in your family, in your, there can be some celebrations in the family, which will give you some peace and solace. But at the same time, not good for investments, not good for initiating of any kind of relationship also, marriage alliance, not a good time. As it is Tara Asta is there, that is something which is not favorable for this time is not favorable. And in case you want to go in for some routine jobs, then this transit is okay. But to reevaluate your relationships, your financials, so I think you should give some more time and wait for Venus to gain strength, because Venus, the planet of love, luxury, romance, financials, that is going retrograde in the sky. So it is going to impact somewhere or the other, very strongly to all of us. So if you have to make any decisions regarding your place change, job change, investments, getting married, you have to lie low. This is not the time to make major decisions right now. As it is, Venus will be transiting through your sixth house, which is sort of a debilitation zone. So it is going to get demoted also, and it is going to go in the sixth house zone also, which is not considered to be favorable for your health also and for your relationships as well. So you might lose that bonding that you have been missing out, you are waiting for in your relationship. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, let me cut the chart. So for Leo natives, this transit is happening in your sixth house. See, sixth house as it is not considered to be that great, and it's going to be transiting back to your fifth house zone. So there will be lack of inspiration, at the place of work. You are exploring some spiritual pursuits. You are exploring the bigger picture, but you're not getting that. You are looking at the potential, that you have. Now you're missing out on that. You feel that, things are not moving in the direction. I will give the remedies in the description box. But this is not going to this should not bog you down, because this is a time when you feel that people are less supportive of you. Whatever you're doing, people are just backbiting or backstabbing, or they are not understanding you. There's lack of love, relationship is just not working. All those energies should not actually bog you down. That's what I'm repeating again and again, because Venus is in itself a very positive planet, is a pious planet. And when Venus goes retrograde, one must actually, this is the time to contemplate on these zones even more. That is why these, initially I have mentioned about the Venus retrograde phases, when it goes retrograde in the earthy signs and in the Libra sign. So it is like, pay attention on these zones again. You need to work through these energies. Some X comes into your life and you're just, completely stranded. That's why I'm making this video, and to tell you that if this happens, do not just make a decision hastily. Oh, wow, that person has come back to my life. Do not get overexcited, overwhelmed with those kind of feelings. It's not going to work. It's not going to help you. So the best is that give yourself some time and then make decisions, because it will otherwise lead to a lot of turmoil in future. For sure, whatever decisions you will make during the Venus retrograde phase will come back and haunt you again and again. So just be extra careful when you're making decisions regarding your love relationships, especially, and your financials. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So let's move on to Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this transit is happening over your 5th house, and Venus will be transiting back to your 4th. So you have to first of all check when Venus was in Sagittarius sign from October 30th to December 8th, what all happened. And when Venus was in direct motion in Capricorn sign, what happened from December 8th till the 19th. So see, Venus in a Capricorn sign is, as it is, a restrictive kind of a feeling. You know, you feel quite detached with people. In romance also, you must have felt you're not getting that kind of connectivity. You're not feeling that harmonious, that fun is missing, right? Because Saturn is there. Saturn is a very detaching kind of a planet. Saturn is a very cold kind of a planet. Now, in the sign of Capricorn, you become very meticulous. You become very productive. You become very much inclined to do things where you can acquire more wealth. It's a practical place, actually. It's a practical sign. So Venus is not a practical planet. Venus is like, you know, I want to spend recklessly. I want to just enjoy my life. I want to be in relationship. I want to love people. I want love from people. So what happens when Venus is in a Capricorn sign? He becomes very practical. He's not bothered about, you know, the people around you. And if he is, then Venus becomes very serious in relationships also. Now, when Venus is conjunct Saturn, you are having those boundaries, you know, and there is a wall around you. But when Venus goes retrograde, it is moving away from Saturn as it is. So you lose that, you know, the tempo, that demarcation, you know, in relationship. Maybe some ex comes into your life and you just start jumping. Oh, wow, I'm getting that ex back in my life. Wow, this is going to be fun. There's going to be very harmonious relationship I'm going to be having. And we are going to get married, we're going to have children, then, you know, all those, you're building castles. So you have to lie low. Do not get carried away by these transits, you know, do not get carried away by these, not transits, but these kind of scenarios. Because Venus is going back to your 4th house zone, house of happiness, and it is in demotion. After all, it's conjunct the planets like Mercury and Sun also. It's going to be at war with Mercury also. And there is a very strong yoga. That is, it's Pap Kartari yoga. That is hem between two malefics also, not to forget. So you feel restricted again. Maybe you will be changing your place and you feel very uncomfortable. So do not make any decisions regarding your love, regarding your travels, regarding your relationships. Not a good time to initiate a romance. Ex might just come back and you just have to be very, very strong. Do not at any cost fall prey to the emotional, you know, emotions of that person. They are all manipulative. Remedies I will be mentioning in the description box for all the signs. Please don't worry. You have to basically you have to chant, you know, Saraswati chant. This is applicable for one and all. Saraswati chants are very good, and you can donate, because Venus is retrograde, anything in white. You can donate curd also. You can donate yogurt. You can donate rice, sugar. And you can wear more whites, you know, during Venus retrograde, so you can attract the positive energy. The aura becomes very positive. And have less sugar, consume less sugar. So these are the remedies one should do. I will mention in the description box also, don't worry. So here you feel little uncomfortable, burnt out during this time, and your creative energies, you know, they get mellowed down. So you have to be very sharp during this time, and do not fall prey to any kind of circumstances that you can, you know, they can lure you. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Libra. Now Libra, the ruler is Libra sign ruler is Venus, okay, and Venus is in your 10th house, in your 4th house, looking at your 10th. Venus is Digbali here, but it is getting retrograde. Any planet which is retrograde, it's like, moving backwards. So you have to reevaluate things. You have to work through whatever you have left, you have to pick up from there. So this is like, maybe you will have some beneficial contacts. You should utilize it. You should recognize those contacts. This can bring about more ideas, more inspiration, because it's the 4th house energy, and then Venus is going backwards towards the 3rd. So you have to be more relatable to people. You have to be more communicative with people, because Saturn is not letting you be communicative. Now, being in retrogression, it will forget the significations of Venus, and it will now start behaving as if it is Jupiter. Whenever Venus is retrograde, it becomes Jupiter. It said so in in the other texts. So when Venus is behaving like Jupiter, you should actually give some more time to education. You should learn more things. You should devote more time with your family. Maybe some changes coming your way. You're going to be joining some new courses. You're going to be writing some books. Some influx of ideas might just help you, more inspired and grow. Lagnesh is, after all, getting retrograde. So this is not the time to make major decisions regarding your investments and financials. You should lie low. And also, in case you wish to make any kind of travel plans, so you have to be really careful about those as well. If some ex-partner of yours comes back to your life, you have to be really careful about those energies also, because it can lead to some complications, unnecessary complications. So you just avoid. In case you're planning to go in for some cosmetic treatment, I think you should avoid. This is not the time, to go in for some treatment like, your appearance change, looks change, not good. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this transit, one second. For Scorpio natives, this Venus is going to be in your 3rd house and then moves backwards to your 2nd. So in the 3rd house, of course, Saturn is there and exalts in the 5th, Lord of the 7th, Lord of the 12th, going backwards in Sagittarius sign, hemmed between malefics. So this is like, Venus feels quite claustrophobic. Venus's energy is just entrapped between these planets. So whatever decisions you have to make regarding your financials, regarding your communication, great ideas that you have been have to put forward to your, at the place of work, or, anything which is related to fine arts, film industry, all that, you might just not be able to get success there. It is something that you have to swim against tide. When Venus goes retrograde, it is having more potency to give the results because it's closest to the Earth, remember, and it becomes Jupiter. It behaves like Jupiter. So you must be more knowledgeable, acquire knowledge, converse with people, be more stable-minded. Do not fall prey to the ex-partner coming to your life and you get like you feel exalted and you feel, wow, that person has come back to my life now. Now I'm very happy. Remember, it's just a mirage. It might just be luring you to that, and then you fall prey to some manipulation. Maybe that partner has come to your life to manipulate you. Be careful. There's something hidden, some hidden agenda. So be careful. You have to be more and more cautious during this time when Venus is retrograde. Pay attention to your enhancement as a person, grow. Do something which really helps you enhance your best things in life. Look at those areas, touch those areas which you have not from a long time. Spend more time with your family. Work through your financials, read some books, do something about your business growth, plan something which you have not, grow spiritually, read scriptures. Okay, all those energies will definitely be helping you. These are all remedies also what I'm giving you. Okay, not a good time to start any new relationship when Venus is retrograde. Avoid. cosmetic, any kind of cosmetic treatment you should avoid. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Oops, 1 second. I'll just write it. Okay. Coming to Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, excuse me, Venus is, these are live sessions, so please bear with me if I'm taking time in between. Venus for Sagittarius natives is transiting a second house and will be coming backwards and will be transiting through your first as well again. So this is like, you know, there will be some major shifts related to your looks, your appearance. So do not fall prey to trying something new. Don't be too innovative. Do not take those kinds of, don't try it out. You know, they can just fall apart. So be careful. Your confidence might get boosted up because you are going to be getting this Venus over your first house. So this is definitely very positive and transform you towards a better person. So this is the time when you will introspect, you will look into yourself, evaluate your relationships and your financials also. So this will give you, a confident confident, and you'll become very confident and you will take major decisions now. Maybe some friends might help you in your performance, you know, maybe something that is required at the place of work, or some business, or, you know, your fine arts. Maybe, you know, you're into you have that artistic bent of mind and that flair is there and you are not able to take it forward. So maybe an exhibition that you have to put up, your friends help you. So all that is very positive for you in a way. But yes, do not at any cost invest heavily in don't fall prey to the wrong advice from the people. Follow the experts' advice. Take a lawyer's help if at all you are having some complications in your relationship, you know, some legality attached to it. So take care. And also, second house is the house of it's a Maraka place also, so you can have some dental issues, you can have some problems related to your family. Somebody in the family can fall ill, so you have to take care of them also. This is the transit, you know, when it is going to go demoted in the first house. So it is like, you know, revisiting those places, those areas of life which you have not, or you have already visited. And if you have missed out on that, you know, when Venus was in Sagittarius from October 30th to December 8th, just check yourself what happened. And also just go back and see what happened in 2013, you know, and 13 December and 2014 January. Just revise, just go back, just to refresh those memories and see what happened. So this is maybe, you know, that calling time, that inner soul calling. Maybe there is something unfinished that you have to finish. So pay attention to these for sure, you know, so that you can maybe, you know, these things, these areas of life help you improvise as a person. Okay, pay attention. This will really help you. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So let me just note Capricorn. Okay. So for Capricorn natives, this transit is happening over your first house and then will be transiting to your 12th house. So you have to be really ready for a bigger something big coming your way, something which you have been waiting from a long time. You might just go for some retreat. You might take some rejuvenation lesson, meditation lessons during this time. It is going to be really helpful. Some soothing, some calming effect. Do not explore new things, you know, right now, like new things as in your look change, some cosmetic treatment, hairdo. You can have some problems in your cosmetics. You will buy something and then, you know, it is just, you know, a waste, or it's not it's expired or something, you know. So don't apply anything on your face like that, because it's obviously in your first house. So you have to be really careful about those things. Your children, with your children, you might have a complication or some misunderstanding. Your creative ideas that you have might not be acceptable. You are going to be very creative, but you're not going to get that acclaim, that that kind of acceptance from the people around you at the place of work. Maybe not a good time to initiate a romance, not a good time to be careful. See, I'm just forewarning you. It can modify, it can be, the intensity can vary from person to person, of course. If you're running through the dasha of Venus, of course, it is going to be impacting even more. Venus retrograde is going to impact you even more for sure. But if at all you are having some kind of, already, something that you're feeling negative, so this might bring you positive energies in those areas of life. So at the place of work, maybe you will have some partner who is going to propose to you. You don't fall prey to it. Give some time. Do not make any hasty decisions. Maybe it will not be the right kind of decision that you'll be making in Venus retrograde. And there are reversals. After Venus goes direct, you will just repent, regret, why did I do this? And this is like, as it is a very isolating kind of an energy, with Saturn, you're feeling quite restricted. So you have to be very careful in making these kinds of decisions when Venus goes retrograde. Okay. And Saturn, of course, gives you a lot of hard work. So pay attention to your work. That is going to help you. And it is definitely very positive again, then if you understand yourself better. Okay. And for Aquarius natives, one second. For Aquarius natives, this transit is happening over here, 12th house, and Venus will be transiting back to your 11th house. So this will gear up for your connections with the foreigners. You might just spend a lot of money, or maybe you'll be pumping in a lot of money on some new projects, and then maybe, you can regret also about it. So be careful about those, because Venus retrograde means it's very confused kind of an energy. But yes, it's very positive if you go in for some higher learning, higher education, you acquire more knowledge. That's very positive, because Venus is like Jupiter. As I always say, Venus retrograde is like Jupiter, and Jupiter retrograde is like Venus. So you should pay attention to the Jupiterian qualities of yours. Meet a guru, seek advice, then make decisions. Not good for love, luxury, romance, because Jupiter is not a planet of love, luxury, romance, as you know. So acquire knowledge. In the 11th house, there can be some complications with your friends, or maybe your friends will support you and boost you to do major things in life. So take their help. If you have very good friends, you trust them. So just seek advice before investing in places. You will require those kinds of friends who can guide you through, rather than, just falling prey to the non-experts, and then, falling up, your investments and your income just goes down, because fourth lord is getting retrograde. So there can be some complications at the home front also. You might just go in for a shift. You might just shift out from the place you are, the place of abode. You might just change. And with Mars, Ketu, and Saturn on either sides, and Venus here, this is like, a lot of negative influence on your personality. It can lead to some, maybe wrong decision making regarding your financials and your love and relationships. You might get a little aggressive also. You might just go and make wrong decisions and repent later. So all this you have to really work through. Do the chants, do the Saraswati chants, do the donations. Do not get carried away in your relationship and emotionally, like maybe some ex comes back to your life and you are falling prey to those emotions. Do not at any cost give in to those relationships. It is not going to help you. Okay. Coming to the next and the last sign, that is Pisces. Pisces. Okay, 1 second. For Pisces natives, this transit is happening in your 11th house to start with, and then moves backwards to your 10th house zone. So for, for you, it is like, bringing a lot of encounters with your ex. And then, you're going to get confused about your decision making. You will fall prey to the energies from your negative partners around you. You have to be really careful about how you deal with your, love and relationships. You do not have to get carried away, because Venus exalts in this sign. So you have to be more receptive to the people who are in the spiritual realms. You have to be more connected with them. You have to do for others, be more charitable, be more, calm inside. Just do not worry about how you look. Don't do anything to your looks. You yourself have to build that aura that your looks enhance. So this is like retrograde phase, which gives you a lot of reversals in life. When there is retrograde phase, reversals in what? Maybe you have done something wrong, some wrong decisions. So this is a time to undo those decisions, so you can maybe meet your friends, sort it out. If at all you're having some friction with them, you've had a tiff with them, sort it out. Also, in the 10th house, there will be some anxiety, there will be some excitement at the place of work, there will be some surprises also. So maybe some job change, promotion, or some ex comes into your life from your workplace. So all those energies you have to work through. You have to deal with them in a very refined manner. Do not at any cost fall prey to the circumstances, which can be very superficial. They can bring about some results which will really trigger up all those negative energies in your life. You have to be really careful in your relationship, in your investments, in your in your looks, in your appearance. You have to be very cautious about your decisions regarding your growth, your personal growth. Productivity might just be it's a time to be more productive, rather than just going be in that momentum, optimum success, where you get optimum success. All right. So do the remedies I'll be mentioning in the description box. It will help you in case you have to, if you want to really do things which are in your favor. So do the remedies. It will really help you, everyone. Okay. So I will be posting the yearlies very soon. Stay blessed. And apologies for a very loose video, it's because no editing has been done. So I hope you understand. All right. So stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat.